7 years ago, I moved into a 4-bedroom house with 3 friends. I was the only man among 3 girls. During the week, Mia and I would eat breakfast together before she went to bed and I went to work. About 5 months into the living situation, Mia met Jack and started dating him. She brought him to one of our game nights to introduce him to us to get a feel for how he'd mesh with us, and all was fine when he thought was only the boyfriend of another roommate. Because we were playing in the dining room right by my room, Jack saw me go in that room to grab a sweater early in the night. Then he saw my roommate, the one he assumed I was dating, go upstairs to grab her phone charger. The entire vibe changed, and he started to ask me who I was dating. He was floored when my roommates confirmed I lived there. I had my own room, and I wasn't dating any of them. He saved face, said he was just surprised I'd want to live with 3 women, and we moved on. Emma, the owner's daughter, and I were the only ones that realized Jack saw this as a problem. After that, he started coming over right after I got off work and only leaving when Mia went to work. If I came out of my room to the living room, he'd ask why I was out there. If I was going to the kitchen, he would remark that I was being disrespectful to him and Mia and interrupting their time together. If I was talking to Mia when he got there, he'd practically grind on her and shove his tongue down her throat. He even complained that I was ruining the mood for doing my laundry. Mia had made it clear that she knew he was being a problem and had started pushing for them to just chill in her room. Unfortunately, he used the opportunity to make some of the worst adult films imitation noises any of us other roommates had ever heard. We laughed it off and just left those 2 alone. After a couple of weeks, he had gotten drunk before Mia went to work, and we insisted he stay in her room and sleep it off. I literally brought him food and Tylenol because the guy was going to feel like hell in the morning. The next morning, Mia came home and started making breakfast for me and her when Jack came down and just started screaming. He woke the other 2 roommates up. He accused Mia of cheating, accused me of having relations with all the girls, then made the dumbest statement possible. He demanded I pay Mia back for the food she was wasting on me. Emma and I had to come to Jesus talk with Mia. We both told her if he'd deal with me living there, then he could no longer come over. Mia asked for a week to figure things out, trying to claim he was just caught by surprise when he saw her making me breakfast and not thinking clearly. We gave her a week. In that week, mysteriously, the grocery jar was getting raided. We all noticed and talked about it. We noticed my clean dishes were appearing, still clean, in the sink. Little things were disappearing from common rooms and weirdly appearing in my room. Jack was being sweet. He was not exactly covert. Emma and I knew he was sowing chaos, but being curious where this was headed, we just watched. After a week, Emma gets a call from her mom asking if I had been going through something lately. Apparently, a concerned party had sent him picture after picture and story upon story about how I was trashing the house and stealing. Jack expected this to get me in trouble. Lucky for me, my landlord was actually worried I was not doing okay and wanted Emma to help me get through it. Emma told me, and I started planning my petty revenge. First thing I did was eliminate the grocery jar. We had a jar in the kitchen we all would throw spare cash in, like $5, $10 at a time each. That was for common groceries. I split up what was in it evenly between the 4 of us and told them that because of the raided stash, I felt it needed to go away. Jack didn't like this, but when asked why he claimed it was rude for me to make a unilateral decision, Emma backed me. Battle won. Then I started hanging with Emma in the living room every day. He complained, but Mia told him it's our house and we can do as we please.